to a group.
We've got the best assembly department in the entire company. And I want you to know how
Besides
proud
boosting
I
the
am
workers'
of all of you.
morale, the purpose of praise is to reinforce desirable behavior. So always be specific in the praise you give. Don't just say that you're happy with your workers or that they did a good job. Tell employees what they did right, and they'll want to do it again in the future. Be generous with your praise whenever it's deserved.
Well done.
Supervisors often have to deal with groups of employees, and usually that means leading a meeting. A few simple rules can make your meetings easier and more efficient. Call a meeting only when it has a specific purpose and when the issue can't be handled by just one or two people. Respect your staff by not wasting their time in unnecessary meetings. Prepare and distribute an agenda. If possible, distribute it before the meeting so everyone will be prepared to contribute. If not, give them time to read the agenda before beginning.
This is a meeting of the A and B production crews, and we're here to discuss the problems.
Open by stating the meeting's purpose. This gives everyone focus and direction.
As you can see by the agenda, we've got a lot of ground to cover, so I'll get right to the first agenda item. As you know, we've had a few production problems with the larger parts we've been making. We've solved some of the problems, but the worst ones are still happening. I'd like to get all your suggestions about what we can do to change that situation.
If the meeting's purpose is to solve a problem, state the problem and give background information.
It's the welding procedure. If we switch the order, weld the joints in the opposite order, the way we do them now, that would take care of everything.
Really? Why?
Andy asks open-ended questions to learn as much as he can about George's thoughts and concerns. Andy uses active listening to improve communication. He paraphrases what he thinks George said to make sure he understood.
Does anyone else have a comment about that? Do you all agree with George?
I think he's right, but there's another
He is
problem.
right. George said it. We should reverse the welding process.
You have anything specific to add to that, Jen?
No, not really.
What were you going to say, Beverly?
Well, I think George is right.
Some people like to talk, even if they don't really have anything to say, and others are shy about talking and need coaxing to voice their opinions.
Great idea.
Yeah, it would really help my job, too, if we let the paint dry a little.
Andy directs the meeting conversation, keeping a balance among all the personalities and validating everyone's comments. He creates a good forum for communication where everyone's ideas are important and everybody is heard.
So, to sum up what we've discussed here, we'll be changing the welding procedure.
At the meeting's end, sum up the issues and any resolutions or decisions that have been reached.
George will work with me on the welding problem, and we'll have a training session for everyone tomorrow afternoon. The paint problem needs a little more study, and the new transport procedures will be implemented immediately. Once these measures are in place, I think we should see quite a difference. So, I guess that concludes our meeting. My thanks to all of you for your input.
After the meeting, Andy will prepare the minutes and send them to his manager, keeping him informed and gaining his approval. Being a supervisor means being a human resource manager, and that means being a leader. Employees are your company's most valuable resource. When they're managed well, they work more efficiently and more safely. That's the goal, and communication is the key. Communication is a tool for human relations. It's being safety smart.